Region 7 residents enlightened on Hinterland Education Improvement Program. President visits Wakapau, urges residents to help in country's transformation. Alberton residents highlight their priorities at city cleanup consultation. Another expression of confidence in economy as new banquet hall opens in Linden. With this Gina News Capsule, I am Janelle Carter. Over the past 2 decades, government has been seeking ways to reduce the gap that exists between the hinterland and the coastland as it relates to development, especially in the education sector. Hence, the implementation of a number of initiatives targeting hinterland students, the most recent being the Hinterland Education Improvement Program. This program targets a specific area that needs government's intervention so as to ensure the country's children are not only provided with the necessary infrastructure, but they also receive the quality of education that is much needed in the hinterland. The program will be implemented over the next 5 years in regions 7, 1, 8, and 9. On Sunday, Minister of Education Priya Manik-Chan, along with Permanent Secretary Delma Ned, Region 7 Regional Executive Officer Peter Ramatar, and other ministry officials held a consultation with residents of Camarang, Region 7. President Donald Ramatar on Saturday visited the Arawak village of Wakapau in Pomeroon, Region 2, where he updated residents of the indigenous community on national development issues. President Ramatar was accompanied by Minister within the Ministry of Agriculture, Ali Bash, and Region 2 Chairman Parmanand Prasad. The head of state updated the community on challenges faced by the government in carrying out its development agenda, the main one being the opposition's anti-development stance against critical development projects.
We cannot do it alone. We need your support to carry on to work towards transforming our country. And the growth that we have made, partly due to the support that you have given us. And I want to also say that I'm looking forward to your support in the future. That we have a lot of challenges ahead of us. We have many things that we still have to achieve.
Meanwhile, President Ramatar also presented the community with a boat engine which will give support to the transportation needs of that community. More communities continue to be involved in consultation meetings for the massive $500 million cleanup exercise that is scheduled to begin this month. On Saturday, residents of Alberton pointed out issues to the Ministry of Local Government officials and other stakeholders pertaining to what they believe are priorities. At the meeting held at St. Ambrose Primary School, residents spoke of blocked alleyways and drains that lead to flooding.
We thought that we were experiencing a serious plight. For those persons who know 6th Street, they would agree with me that 6th Street between Albert and Light Street is the lowest within this community. So regardless of how long it rains, from the time it rains, you find that the place becomes, flooded and can become very dangerous. So we thought that there was need for us to come together.
There is an alleyway right behind the school here. It's also behind my yard. That alleyway runs through and it is filled to overflowing with grass, and person tends to make it their dumping grounds because there's nobody to overlook and ensure that this isn't done.
The government of Guyana has allocated $1 billion for Clean Up My Country program with an allocation of $500 million for Georgetown. Consultations have been ongoing for several weeks to allow residents the opportunity to have their say. The JNC's Renaissance Banquet Hall, which is located in Amelia's Ward, Linden, on Saturday opened its doors, another testimony to investors' confidence in the local economy. Prime Minister Samuel Hines, who commissioned the building, said the initiative bears evidence that Linden is progressing and is on par with other parts of the country in terms of development. Prime Minister Hines noted, as a government, working to improve standards of living in the country is a priority and will always be the endpoint to which the administration works. The banquet hall has been deemed by the Prime Minister as a good example of development for the mining town. Acknowledging the fact that Linden has had its share of challenges, like the rest of the country, he noted that the community has withstood the test and continues to progress. Thank you for watching this Gina News Capsule. Do join us again. I am Janelle Carter. Good night.